Hi there, welcome to Aaron's Wine Talk. This is wine number 24. This is Chianti from Italy, over here. Nipozzano, Castello Nipozzano, which is in the region of Tuscany and produced by Frescobaldi. Frescobaldi was elected Winery of the Year by Gambero Rosso, a famous Italian gastronomic wine magazine that selected Frescobaldi as definitely the winemaker of the year for the year 2020. So we were just already in the beginning of 2020, and well done to Frescobaldi for this promotion, which is amazing award that was given. Frescobaldi calls it vecchie viti, old lives. Well, meaning that the wine is definitely coming from old historic times, from a historic castle of Nipozzano, which is owned by Frescobaldi, which is situated in the Rufina zone. So you have here Chianti Rufina. Yes, with Chianti, there can be written near the word Chianti the one of the 7 subzones which are found in Chianti, and that is Rufina. There is Chianti Classico, Chianti Colli Aretini near Arezzo, Colli Pisane near Pisa, Colli Fiorentini near Firenze, and Rufina is just some few miles northeast of Florence, of Firenze. And it is one of the best zones for making Chianti or growing sangiovese grapes. The best 2 areas, in my opinion, is definitely the Chianti Classico, which is the heart of the Chianti area, where Greven Chianti is situated, the famous village of Chianti. And then there is Chianti Rufina, which is definitely also the smallest subzone within Chianti. Chianti is an appellation, a denomination for red wine production, and minimum must be 75 to 100% Sangiovese grapes. So minimum is 75%, then they can add up to 10% Canaiolo, which is a black grape that gives a lot of body and structure to the wine, and then there is allowed up to 20% the international grape varieties of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Syrah. Not every wine producer in Chianti uses these amount of grapes. Some use 100% Sangiovese, but I'm sure that Frescobaldi use some other grape variety with the grape Sangiovese. It is an indigenous grape, Sangiovese, to Chianti. It grows mainly over there. It can grow in other regions in Italy, like Abruzzo, where it grows fantastically, and it also can grow within the region of Emilia-Romagna, just close by east of Tuscany. And this wine is not only a Chianti Rufina, but there is a word here called Riserva, R-I-S in Italian, R-E-S in Spanish, and Riserva means it's being given another 12 months aging to the wine. And to age Chianti, they have to be aged at least minimum 12 months. But when you say Riserva, you are given that extra 12 months. And normally it will be in oak. The type of oak is up to the Italian producer to choose the quality, the size of the oak barrel. And Frescobaldi decided to use French oak barrique, which are small oak barrels of 225 liters capacity, and they give much more oaky aromas to the wine. A larger oak barrel will give less oak spice vanilla aromas because of the larger surface ratio effect. A small oak barrel barrique has a smallest ratio effect, so obviously the amount of oak given will be more fragrant and more fine-grained. Well, the grapes, when picked, are picked in September. The yields are quite low for a Frescobaldi, at something like 50 hectoliters per hectare. So the wine will have fantastic quality, a low yield, but the quality will be really, really good. Then the wine is destemmed. No stems are used during the maceration process, and the grapes are left in contact with the skins to macerate at high temperatures, something like 25-26 degrees. And like this, the heat will leach out the tannins and the color from the skins of the grape. Sangiovese is not a really thick-skinned grape. You need good viticultural methods in order to give good quality to this wine. It is an animal style of wine. It's a red fruit, strawberry, cherry, raspberry style, but having that animal character of leather, meat, game, savory, wet leaves, forest floor, and also mushroom earth. They combine really with the tartufo, which grow really in the area and the region. Tuscany is more of a maritime climate. When you go inland, though, the climate becomes a bit more continental, meaning very hot in summer and cold in winter. Temperatures are moderated by the mountains. Rufina is close to the foothills of the Apennine Mountains, which is the spine of Italy, dividing Italy in two equal halves. And that will give altitude to the wine, so the wine will benefit from good levels of acidity. So good viticulture techniques there in the area. The soils are based definitely on limestone soils, and the limestone clay soils will surely be giving body and minerality and earthiness to the wine. Vinification wise, after maceration on the skins, the wine is subjected to full malolactic fermentation in the stainless steel tank, and like this it will attain the buttery and creamy characteristics in the wine and softens the tannins and softens the acidity and makes it much more ripe and juicy and much more, let's say, drinkable for a wine of this structure. It's quite a concentrated wine. You need top quality grapes for a Riserva. The lesser quality grapes will be for a normal Chianti, which they also label it as DOCG. All Chianti is designated DOCG, including all 7 subzones. Yeah, Chianti Rufina is one of them. This wine was fermented and finished with alcohol of 13.5%, so medium plus level of alcohol, not too bad. Quite a warm climate in style in Tuscany. And let us give a deserved tasting note. So, this wine is imported by Charles Grech. Alberto Baffumi represents them as well, and definitely commends this wine as the winery of the year, Frescobaldi. Yeah, definitely to be recommended. Appearance-wise, this is very deep in intensity. This is definitely not a thin skin. This is definitely thick skins, but this shows that the yields were quite low. The color is already garnet. Remember, when a young red wine is colored purple, changing over into ruby after 3-4 years, after 5-6 years, it will develop into garnet. This is vintage 2015. It's already 5 years old, so that garnet color is already appearing on the rim of the wine. So that shows signs of development. That is a typical color of Chianti, especially a Chianti Riserva. The legs and tiers of the wine, they are quite long. They're quite there, long and thick. It doesn't show that it's very high enough, but it gives definitely structure and concentration to the wine. Definitely it's going to be a wine of full body and heavy texture. On the nose, you can see, wow, very pronounced intensity on the nose. I get that animal character already coming in. Leather, meat, game. Leather, we said, is a sign of complexity. That is umami in style. Definitely to combine with an umami dish, rich in beef stew, 6-8 hours of cooking. Rabbit stew would be fantastic with this wine. Aged cheeses. This wine has been given at least 2 years in oak, 24 months in barrique, plus another 6 months in the bottle. So it was released in the 3rd year after the vintage. And like this, it's gaining these complex secondary oaky aromas of vanilla, smokiness, toasts, sweet spices of coconut coming in as well. But vanilla is literally there. Wow. A lot of butter, secondary aromas, very buttery, subjected to malolactic fermentation, totally, in the stainless steel tank. And the red fruit coming in, strawberry, cherry, plums, lots of raspberries. I also get black fruit of black currants coming in. So it's a wine which will confuse you a bit in blind tasting to see if this is really sangiovese. But what is typical of a sangiovese, of a Chianti, is definitely its earthiness. The mushroom, earth, wet leaves, forest floor, lots of tertiary characteristics coming in. But definitely that leather characteristic is typical of Chianti. Palate, totally dry, no sweetness. Acidity is really high, mouth-watering, and in totally integrated with the body of the wine. The tannins are really high. They're there, soft, ripe, but really on a high level. You need either bottle aging or you need protein to soften that high level of tannin. Definitely a good meat dish, a steak or a stew will definitely shorten and lower that level of tannin on the palate. So this is qualified definitely as a full-bodied, robust red wine. Definitely pronounced intensity on the palate, same flavors on the nose, red fruit and black fruit, secondary flavors of oak, the barrel-lactic fermentation of butter coming in, and creaminess, creamy texture, beautiful. In Maltese, we say bellezza. The tertiary characteristics of leather, meat, game, animal, mushroom, forest floor, wet leaves. You walk in a forest and you're smelling all the earthiness there. Very good with mushroom based sauces like risotto with porcini, risottos with tartufo. Very excellent match combination. The acidity in the wine will surely cut the fatness of cream that you have in the sauce. Definitely. I think that the finish is quite long. I still get that leathery characteristics and meatness. I get some tobacco coming in. That tobacco, which is typical of a complex wine. And that is coming, that means that it's very similar to a Bordeaux style of wine. You can confuse this wine to a fantastic quality Bordeaux Red, Grand Cru Classe. Wow, but not easy to say this would be a Chianti. Well, let's say that the Italians have that herbal element. So I would say it would be an Italian wine coming from that herbal element quality coming from the soil, which is very typical of all Italian white and red wines. Definitely to age, this wine is ready to drink after 5 years. It's already a garnet color, already developing, but still can go another 10 years plus. The acidity is high, tannins are high, the fruit character is there, the alcohol is not burning, it's medium alcohol, totally integrated with the tannin and the acidity, and the wine is just exceptional. Definitely recommend this Nipozzano, Frescobaldi, Vecchie Viti, Chianti, Rufina, Riserva by Charles Gregg. Well done, great wine that has been important. Thank you, and I hope you liked this sharing of this great Chianti. Thank you very much.